Oh, it's Hell in a Cell. Newark, New Jersey. 4. Newark, New Jersey. Clubrella. Hey boss, I've been talking with Becky Lynch a lot lately, and she had this great idea that we should team up for a tag match. I think we'd actually make an awesome tag team. You were just in a feud. Okay. That's fine. Sure, let's see how your team works out. Can't wait to make our tag team debut. Okay. That loser Kombucha attacked me during that last fight. I'm not going to stand for garbage like that. I want to settle things in the ring with him within the next 3 weeks. Seems reasonable, Jake. You mess with Xanadu, you pay the price. $50,000 is the price. Have at least one TLC match for Contract Negotiation 2. I would like to have that. TLC match, I believe, is more expensive than Contract Negotiation 2. No, it's the same. So. And I can just buy one here. That's not a bad idea. We'll do our checks here. JC Jane should be back now. She is. Okay. Morale, once again. Vicky McLeod is sitting at the bottom. Kind of a lot of the usual suspects here. Although the amount of people with a happy face is growing, so that's good. Okay. Stamina check. Becky is the lowest. So I'll just have her and I'll just have her cut a promo on. No, I'm Whitney Quaid on Down the Matrix. Yeah. And somebody wants something? Oh, the tag team match. Okay. How many weeks do I have to do that? 3 weeks. That might be a... Because I don't want to do it this week because I want Becky to rest. I don't want... maybe I do it this week. Let's just throw it on the card and just see. Becky Lynch. Clubberella. Northern Light and Quaid, I guess. And then we have somebody run in on somebody here. Who is Quaid? Yeah. That's fine. That's fine. I'm okay with that. Hopefully, I mean, if Becky has to rest next week, then who cares? I'll do Donna Matrix versus Alley Brawler if I have to. Okay. Main event TLC match, huh? Kombucha and Jake Xanadu are only at level 2. Their staminas are not great, but what if they were in a TLC match? Then their staminas would be garbage. Or not. I don't know. Gulak, Gable, Kemp, Argus. I could just run that tag team match again. Gable. Or could run it Suplex and Lawler because they got a win. Just give title matches to everybody. Who cares? We're gonna do it looks like the tag team feud for Alice and Danielle versus Allie and JC decayed. This is happening way more just because of my massive roster. I'm not able to get these feuds on the show, so I'm not used to that happening. I mean, honestly, Vicky and Cinnamon Garrett could be my TLC match. And what's JC's at 100 stamina, and Danielle. What a fatal 4-way TLC match. Yeah, that's not how you spell TLC. That's how you spell TLC. Okay. Danielle, who is feuding with JC Jane, and Vicky McLeod, who is feuding with Cinnamon Garrett. Everybody's staminas are super high. Yeah, sure. And then here. I would like to do this. I was thinking in my head and not using my brain. I was using my brain, I wasn't using my mouth. You two and you and you. Get you in a match. Two tag teams, two fatal 4-ways. That's fine. It's good enough. Okay, and then these are the people not on the card. We are going to have Allie Brawler cut a promo on Alice Justice. We are going to have you just cut a regular promo, and then you... I really got nothing for Quinn B. Just sort of odd woman out. Yeah, sure, why not? We've got a bunch of matches that will be on the card. We've got a bunch of things that are happening here. Do I do a run-in here? I don't have anybody to run in on. I just want the titles off of Gulak and Gable. Though it still would be a double champion cash suplex. That seems fine. If I linger too much longer, I'm going to keep getting tired, and that's going to make my commentary worse. I'm just going to buy that. Jerry the King Lawler. I'll just buy your contract. And I'll think about... just use it now. Yep. Yep. Okay, so Jake Xanadu, a grudge match against Kombucha. There it is. And then those, yep. All right. Yeah, this is perfectly fine. I shared none of my thoughts. I feel like during that little planning session, I believe they were all in my head. I also forgot I have my eggnog here. The sort of temperature that says that's been on my desk for an hour and 45 minutes. Welcome, Newark, New Jersey, a truly hardcore city for a truly hardcore show. That's right, it's WCW, and we're starting off, as we always do, with a hardcore rules match. This time, not just with tables. This time, it's not extreme. It is tables, ladders, it's chairs. Nothing above the ring, just a bunch of stuff to hit each other with. And of course, speaking of hitting each other with, Vicky and Cinnamon have been just fighting. They've never really gotten on the mic to really talk about their problems ever since Starrcade Backlash. So they are continuing to fight just through everything. Even off screen, they were sent home last week because of their fighting. And so Danielle Wallace, she has been wanting to step up. She's been wanting to be a presence here on WCW. So she tries to get in between these two and is like, hey, let's talk about it. And JC steps up and she gets in between Danielle and the other two and says, I'm back on WCW. I have been trained. I actually know how to talk. So Danielle, why don't you step aside? And so she turns and she goes to try to get Vicky and Cinnamon to have an accord. But then she turns and she hits Danielle. And so they're all four are going to have this match and just a bunch of toys in the ring to fight each other with. I forgot to put Dominatrix on this card, huh? Whatever. You're world champ.
1, 2, that's it. Ring the bell.
JC Jane in her return. Great, and does nothing for anybody. It's exactly what I wanted. Jane defeats Wallace. And the other two. At least Vicky and Cinnamon are already in a level 3. Garrett. Well, congratulations on missing the card, JC and Danielle. 3.5 stars. Allie Brawler cuts one of her signature slam poems, raps, I guess, on Alice Justice. And let's see, what would this be about? Well, perhaps after seeing her friend JC Jane return and put Alice's friend Danielle through a table in that last match, Allie, she is, as she showed last week, not just a master of tables, she's a master of turntables. And she has turned WCW around on her, and now WCW is her show. And Alice, she can turn around and walk back home. That's something. It's heavy relying on the word turn, but it's a level 4, so you know what? Better than what happened before it. Newark, New Jersey respects something. Brawler calls justice, if that's what you want to call it. Jake Xanadu and Kombucha, speaking of fighting forever, they have been fighting forever. And except for last week when they did not fight. And Adrian Buck and Jake they cost them a match against Cash Suplex and Jerry, the King of Hardcore Lawler, who now have a tag team title match. So Adrian is, of course, upset with Kombucha. Jake has been upset with Kombucha for picking this fight. Clearly, they have not been fired by El Rubao, and El Rubao has actually stopped hiring new people also, so they've been getting time on the card. A show that doesn't even have the Women's World Champion on it. So, Kombucha thinks that they should show some respect. And Argus the Great comes up and is just like, you know what? I agree with you. People do need to show me some more respect. And Kombucha is like, wait, no. But anyway, that's what's the impetus for this exhibition match.
1, 2, that's it. Bring it.
And Argus the Great wins because he's the greatest in the match. And Xanadu and Kombucha get to level 3, which is great. So Argus defeats Buck, who has not had a win in a while, and Xanadu and Kombucha. And Argus gets on the mic afterwards and says, like, this is what's going to take me back to being the greatest and becoming the world champion. And as he... Kombucha. 3-star match. As he says that, Damon Kemp comes out and says, actually, I'm the greatest. And the crowd says, well, you're the okayest. And so perhaps at Hell in a Cell, it will be a fatal 4-way for the world title, because there is somebody else who is also great, who is also not even here this week. Oops, there's my pen. Last week we saw Becky Lynch turn her back on the idea of professionalism. This is what we're settling on. And she says, fine, if this is what you people want, then I'll take even the least professional star on the roster and to be my partner. And I will fight these people who are claiming that, like, Whitney Quaid is going to be a future champion. Nova Northern Light is some big hot shot, but can't even keep a Twitch following without people bugging her. And so they're going to have a match against the tag team champions, this new team of Becky and Clubberella. And they're actually working really well together. When Becky sort of lets go of the professionalism, it seems to be working well. And in the middle of the match, Sammy Vortex actually is summoned, surprisingly, and attacks Whitney Quaid and takes her out of the match. So we'll see how this results.
That's 3. Bell.
Becky Lynch and Clubberella win. Perhaps future implications. It's great. Vortex Quaid goes up to level 2. So Lynch and Clubberella. This is great because I was struggling to figure out who was going to be the next tag team feud. Defeat, who is this? NL and Quaid with a run-in from Vortex. 3.5-star match. Christina Fury confronts Cora Cut backstage and tells her, like, hey, I was watching that match. You need to call off Sammy Vortex. And Cora Cut says, wasn't me, and walks away. Christina Fury does not buy it, so more to come on that. Fury calls Cut. Short and sweet, doesn't have to be anything more than that. And in your main event, we saw last week, Cash Suplex and Jerry King Lawler worked very well together. They defeated Adrian Buck and Jake Xanadu. earn themselves a tag title match, because that's just how we do it here at WCW. Very easy to get title matches here. So that's this match. Will the champion still retain? Because, Drew Gulak still got a match coming up at Hell in a Cell. And Cash Suplex presumably as well for the hardcore title. So we will see. And the champs retain again in a new rivalry, replacing whatever was there before, and a 4-star match also, which is, I approve. So Gable, Gulak, defeat Suplex and Lawler in a... Oh, this is going to make Jerry King Lawler's contract way more expensive. That's a really smart move for me. 4 stars, retain the tag titles. Okay. Well, great show, actually. Probably the best show we've had so far. Shanky and Bad Bunny on Raw.
2, that's 3. Bring it.
Shanky wins. Cool. And it's great. Normal match. No rivalry. Just great match. The Rock is here, and he's expensive, I'm sure. Blair Davenport injured Maya T. Kirk last week, so let's see what the result of that is going to be. She wins. It's good. Stone Cold calls out Mansois. Fashion icons. Titus and Shane.
1, 2, ring the bell.
Shane. It's good. Shelton Benjamin is here, and he's good. And then this match that is probably stale rivalry. I think it's for the title, but it looks like it's going to be a DQ.
1, 2,
Lurch Evans wins by disqualification, and it's great. I think our card was still better. They're back up to the bigger arena, so good for them. Smooth Butch, Ordikawa, and Not Doink.
that's 3. Ring it.
Ordikawa and Not Doink win. And it's great. Andrea Cans calls out Ignition again. Triton and Humberto. Again, Humberto is not The Undertaker. And in fact, The Undertaker is nowhere to be seen. Humberto is mediocre. Beth Phoenix is here again, and people don't know who she is. Look at these two
1,
young,
2,
strapping men.
Ring it.
Scott Steiner, mediocre. And we're running this in the main event, and Ignition is running in for some reason.
1, 2, that's it. Ring the bell.
Charlotte wins this time, thanks to Ignition, and it's amazing. Oh, we won, I think, this week, actually. Like, legit. Maybe not star power-wise, but, all right. 3.5 stars. Somebody's good at TLC matches, so that's great. Everybody's staminas are acceptable. 2.5 star performance. Good deal. This match, 3-star performance. Staminas are good. Everybody's in the 70s now, so that's great. What were we at here? Yeah, everybody here is in the 50s except for Danielle, but Danielle's the one I want to be the star anyway. Good match all around. Becky needs to rest, so it's fine that whoever wasn't even on the whatever. And Chad Gable at 43, that's fine. He'll probably just cut a promo anyway. And everybody else is good. Cash Suplex at 99 popularity. Jerry the King Lawler at 78. Perfect tag team chemistry in this match. So that's going to be actually a really good feud that might carry me for a while. And these did numbers. Okay. 113 rating score. Just shy of 55,000 fans. $76,000. At Mrs. Business Party, professional, says, Danielle has a really great feel for TLC matches. WCW should take advantage. Good to know. Specialist House 87 says, Clubberella and Becky are an incredible tag team. Who could have seen that coming? Big Survivor North America says, Did you guys see Sammy Vortex jump Whitney Quaid? Totally uncalled for. I agree. Thank you for watching. At Beast Sharpshooter Musician, I think that these accounts, like, they're all just randomly generated, but I think they should have, like, profiles, and this might just be me thinking of, like, Disgaea and, like, the Senators, but, like, they should all have, like, things that they like, so it would be cool to see kind of, like, the same profiles every week. Beast Sharpshooter Musician says something. 450 City Musician says, wow, a lot of bad blood in that Gable Gulak versus Lawler suplex match. It did grow 2 levels. At Top Rope Foundation 75, no love lost between Gable and Gulak and Lawler in suplex. Their rivalry is heating up. Yes. Thank you for watching. Kingtown 78 says, Gable and Gulak keep the men's tag title. People love that main event. Undefeated Figure 8 Mania says, tonight's WCW started strong and ended strong. I liked it. Thank you for watching. Phenomenal Show Mega says, Gable settles the score with cash suplex. That, sure. And then 3 Count Figure 8 Mega says, Xanadu and Kombucha added some real spice to that brawl. Good match. Great. Raw, 102 rating score, 44,000 fans, $107,000 dues. Oh, this one's interesting. At Invincible Hotel, Kevin Owens says, oh, come on, Nikita. Where the hell was Liv Morgan? Crowd wanted to see her in action. Interesting. I've never seen something like that. 109 rating score for NXT, 50,000 fans, and $113,000 dues. Okay. Contract negotiation for doing the commissioner goal. We're still in first place. NXT passed 2 million fans. So let's see if we can't do something about that at Hell in the Cell, which is in a location. Oh, Vito Star. Tremendous. Becky Lynch. I don't care. She needed to rest anyway. Jerry, the king of hardcore Lawler, says contract is up at the end of the week. I'd be interested in staying for $27K. That's it? All right. Yeah, I can do that. That's no problem. Thought that would be way more expensive. Great. Optimistic. 5 stars. Something's come up and I can't have Becky Lynch taking part in your show. Very professional. Clubberella. I told you Lynch and I really hit it off as the team last week. Thanks for pairing us up. We're looking forward to the next match. Did you hear the crowd last week? We got our first tag team win. I knew Lynch and I would kill it. You keep putting us in tag team matches and we'll keep delivering the ratings. Feel like I'm on a roll this season at WCW. Happy. Cash Suplex. Look, Gulak has been handing me nothing but losses. Isn't there someone else on the roster who can match me up? How about Adrian Buck? Okay. Sure. Do not book your most popular giant this week for pre-match physio. No, I'm obviously going to book Cash Suplex. Cameo appearances campaign. How much does that cost? $50,000. Okay. Let's look at our power cards. I am going to buy that. Okay. Great. We are in Detroit, Michigan. Michigan for Hell in a Cell. Okay. Feuds that are going to make the card. Our main event is going to be the men's titles. Gulak, Argus the Great, Clay the Courtman, and Damon the Kemp in a title match. We are going to do and maybe something else here. Maybe we put Kombucha and Xanadu in this one. Kombucha and Xanadu. whatever match. And then the rest of the match is all the women. All the women's. Of which the only feuds... Well, we can do Alley Brawler and Alice Justice, blow that off. And we can do McLeod and Garrett and finish that off. And then we just do some other stuff. Gable is sitting out. Jerry the King Lawler will sit out. That's fine. So I would like to get Donna Matrix in a match. Maybe I just have her defend the title against just some people. Maybe I put her, for example, in this match. And then I can do anything really at this point. Start to grow some stuff. Do I really have an 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14? I do have an uneven number of women. I have 15. So that's why Quinn B hasn't been paired with anybody, because I haven't signed anybody. Hey, incredibly popular Zelina Vega. That's who was the NXT champion, I think. '71 popularity. Elias is here also. Was he ever on a show? How is he so popular? Eve Torres. Let's check down here again. Bailey is back. Gigi Dolan is here. Zaya is here. Wendy Chu. Wendy Chu's already a face, so that would work out fairly well. Sammy George is a specialist. Expensive though. I can't afford to hire. I can't afford to hire Sammy George. The best deal would be either Bailey. I mean, the best deal would be Gigi Dolan. Or I don't know. 2 out of 5. 3 out of 5. Okay, so the best deal would be Bailey, I guess. And then build her up. Although I guess Eve Torres, just hire her and then immediately use the plus 5 weeks, which would get her to the end of the season. Alright, well... I'll be using 2 cards. on Eve Torres. I'd be using this one and this one, which I will get both of each year anyway, so I don't need to like stock them up. Cards are meant to be used. Cards are meant to be used. I'm committed now. Torres, heal specialist. Before I use that, though, where's Becky Lynch at? I can't see how many weeks she has left on her contract. The TV is, I think that's a 6. So I can put that off. In fact, I might be able to just use regular contract negotiations. So actually, I'm not going to use that card. I'll just hang on to it. So we are going to do you two. It's going to be a fatal 4-way. I don't have any tag team matches on this card. Let's see. Tag team. Do I have other faces? Fury and Wallace. Who is Christina Fury fighting with? Cora Cut and Eve Torres. JC and Eve Torres. That sure is a nothing match. Okay. We'll try that again. We will do... Oh, that's not roll change. This is roll change. And then we do... I can even do an interference here. Run in of Wallace on Danielle. And then let's just have you two cut some promos. something like this. That might change to a advertising. And so it has. And we'll move some stuff around as we need to. But this looks like the card. Now let's put some... How expensive is a Hell in a Cell? 35. That's not unreasonable. Why isn't the title on the line? Okay. Where does Hell in a Cell go? In the opener, I suppose. Tables. And then this match might just stand on its own. It's got two. Damon Kemp's at 100 popularity on his own, so that match might just be fine. This match is just going to be whatever. This match, maybe I do like a submission match. Just get myself like a little bit. Just get me like something from these two. Either submission or Iron Man. +2 popularity, +20%, and nobody's getting injured. Yeah, that's fine. Expensive show. We get all our optional bonuses. Do anything else? Cash Suplex is not fighting against Drew Gulak. Is the order of the card correct? Titles on the line, titles on the line. I would like to... There we go. Just have the champions on the left. Yeah, oh, let's look at the promo order. Yeah, the match order I think is good. I think it is... should be the appropriate kind of W curve. Yeah, that seems like fine. Seems like fine. Okay. I think this should do it. Everybody's on the card, I believe. Except for Whitney Quaid is resting. Chad Gable is resting, and Sammy Vortex is, so just people who are resting. Yeah. Expensive, but it is a live event. We're in Detroit, Michigan. We've got the card put together. We did that in a reasonable amount of time. Okay. Detroit, Michigan, WCW, the hardcore show, the most hardcore matches. It's Hell in a Cell for the Hardcore Championship. And that's also the event that we're at. Welcome Detroit. We're about to have a great night, and we're starting in hell. Cash Suplex does not want to fight Drew Gulak for some reason, and so Adrian Buck steps up and is just like, I have been wanting to fight you for weeks. I want that title back. And Kombucha and Jake Xanadu, they have proven that they're not getting fired. And so Kombucha is just like, hey, Cash, buddy, I could have a title match too, right? And Adrian says, if you're giving your tag team partner a match, then I want my tag team partner to have a match. And Cash Suplex is just like, fine, I already paid for the cage. You're already inside it anyway. And before anybody knows, the Hell in a Cell is lowered and the title's on the line. And here's the match. Cash Suplex retains. That's not what I expected to happen. 5-star match. Grows. That feud ends that feud. Suplex. Surprise. Retain. Defeats Buck, Kombucha, and Xanadu in a 5-star match to retain the hardcore title. Good job, Cash Suplex. I underestimated you. Nova Northern Light has a promo for her stream at Aurora Lights, I believe is what it is. Twitch.tv/whatever. I don't know. So, yeah, maybe because I can't remember her stream username, it's okay. We don't know what Cinnamon Garrett and Vicky have been fighting about. They've just been fighting. They've been upset with each other, and it is time for one of them to submit and just to say this has to stop. And so that is what is happening right now. It is a submission match.
1, 2, it's over.
And Vicky picks up a win. And it is a 3.5-star great match that ends the feud. McLeod defeats Garrett, makes the face say I quit into the mic. 3.5-star match. Nova Northern Light, we get a kind of backstage behind the scenes footage of her cutting her promo, showing off her stream and advertising it. And Clubberella just attacks her as soon as the director says cut. And, not very professional, but it's Becky Lynch approved. So, Clubberella then, even though the director said cut, the cameras are still rolling because, Clubberella gets into where Nova was sitting and looks into the camera and says, watch my stream instead. And then hits on the computer because Clubberella is tech savvy, and pulls up a picture of a river, which is where she lives, I guess. I don't know. It's okay. 2, Clubberella calls NL for like the 3rd time, and it finally does something. The fans voted, and they wanted to see Becky Lynch get a rematch against Donna Matrix. But Becky Lynch is not here thanks to NXT punching down or up, whatever. And so second place was Allie Brawler. They want to see get a title match. And Alice Justice doesn't believe that's fair. And Donna Matrix says, I will teach you both a lesson about what it means to be a world champion. As you know, I am a teacher of something, and whatever. This is just how the match happens.
1, 2,
and Donna Matrix retains in a 4.5-star classic tables match. Matrix defeats somebody. Brawler and Justice in a 4.5-star classic match to retain the title. Jerry, the king of hardcore, is here, and he has various crowns and regal attire in the WCW Hell in a Cell cut, and it sells a lot because it's expensive, but people are just like, you signed a new contract for this? Okay. Christina Fury has been going around. She's been trying to help people as a teacher, and while Dominatrix has been busy with being world champion, their tag team ambitions have kind of been put on hold. And so the next to sort of reach out to Christina and ask for some assistance is Danielle Wallace, who is, again, still just trying to like find her place, and knowing that JC Jane is still running around. Cora Cut has a problem, obviously, with Christina Fury, and maybe she feels like people should be coming to her class. Like maybe martial arts isn't all it's about. Maybe yoga could be a better thing to learn. And so Danielle tells Christina, like, hey, I will team with you tonight to take on Cora. And Cora says, you know, I don't even need to summon Sammy for this. I can give Sammy a rest. In fact, I'll just pick out any person from the crowd. How about her? She looks good to me, which is Eve Torres' theme song, as far as I am aware. And so Eve Torres is just in the crowd. She's watching. The camera was going to cut to her later and show, like, oh, look at all the legends who are sitting in the crowd. But Eve gets up and joins Cora Cut in this match. And JC Jane, who was mentioned, it was actually sitting right behind Eve Torres and follows her in and attacks Danielle before the match. So here we go. Tag team exhibition match. And Christina and Danielle somehow pick up a win, and it doesn't do anything for anybody. Win's a win. Fury and Wallace defeat Cut and Torres in a 2-star match. Whatever. After the match, Quinn B comes out, and she's wearing the regal attire that Jerry, the King of Hardcore, was selling. And she says that, unlike Becky Lynch, I have not turned my back on professionalism, because I believe that we need to be professional. We need to, a queen especially needs to be professional. And as the Queen of Bees, Quinn B, I want to show everybody what it means to be a professional WCW superstar. And it's weak because people don't like the merch. They think it's too expensive. But Quinn B is now a face, and will likely be facing Eve Torres in the near future. Spoilers. And in your main event, Hardcore was for the Hardcore Championship. The world title is for greatness, I guess. So we have 4 of the greatest WCW stars. We have Argus the Great, we have Clay the Courtman, Damon the Kemp, facing off against Drew the Gulak for the world title. And that is what it is. Who will be the greatest at the end of the day? Drew Gulak retains. This is a night of retaining. That's also not really what I wanted to happen. But okay. Gulak defeats Argus, Courtman, and Kemp in a 4.5-star match to retain the title. All right, well, great show other than the tag exhibition, but works out. What's Raw got? Not for the title, but backstage brawl to start us off. Lula Tandy wins. Should have gotten the title. Oh, excellent promo from Blair Davenport. Good for her. Kit Wilson and this tag team match. Hopefully nobody gets hurt. It also means Lurch Evans and Brute Force will continue, unless Brute Force quit the show, which would suck. Good job getting the titles, you two. Yeah, they definitely got, I think, the women's PR training, because look at all those 5 promo skills. I would have loved to have that. Okay. Oh, there's Brute Force.
1, 2, that's 3. Let me hear the bell.
Shane McMahon is amazing. Liv Morgan is good. Shanky, Bad Bunny, okay.
1,
This is a battle to see who's the baldest, and it's Shanky in Hell in a Cell also, by the way. And then nothing happens, and then Uncle Howdy is, I guess, has been here, and Madcap Moss is the world champion. Okay. World title on the line. Madcap Moss retains, because you retain titles at Hell in a Cell, unless you're the tag team champions, or the women's champion and you don't defend it. 4.5 stars. No Hell in a Cell for NXT, by the way. Ignition and Andrea Cannons are competing for something, and Ignition wins. And it's 4 stars, amazing. Beth Phoenix calls out Beth Spartan to see Battle of the Beths. Humberto in King Triton. Humberto is, again, not the Undertaker. North American title on the line. Humberto wins. Undertaker's gone. We probably knew that. Beth Spartan is here, and she's okay. Randy Orton and Not Doink. Not for a title.
It's over. Ring it.
Braden the Doink wins. It's great. Jerry Hattrick is back, and he is better than ever. Okay. Smooth Butch and versus these guys for the tag titles, and these guys win, and it's amazing. Backstage brawl to finish the night. Candice LeRae gets the title back. 5-star match. Amazing booking from all 3 shows, it looks like. We, I think, lost because of our tag exhibition, but it's okay. All right. Cash Suplex and Jake Xanadu will need to rest, but Cash Suplex somehow lost popularity in that match for some reason. Okay. Cinnamon Garrett and Vicky McLeod. They both are growing. It's whatever. 2-star performance. 2.5-star performance here. Everybody's staminas are fine. Dominatrix continues to be very popular. The others are continuing to be popular. This match, 1.5-star performance. They just didn't try. This was no good for anybody. Although I guess it got some popularity for some people. So, and this match, everybody's staminas are. Drew Gulak is getting low, but morales are still pretty high. Cortman and Argus are getting up there. 2-star performance, by the way. So, just low performances all night. 126 rating score. 150, just shy of 159,000 fans. Just shy of $30,000. Heart Music Skater says, at the halfway point of the season, I'd give WCW a B grade. Some good shows for sure, but they haven't blown me away yet. Well, rude. It's not all about grades. Rowdy Woman 76 says, Eve back in the ring after so long and on WCW. Great to see her in the ring again. She looks good to me. Thank you for watching. Russell Show 96. Drew Gulak versus Argus the Great ended with a bang. What a rivalry. Glad to see Gulak having the final word. Thank you for watching. Swiss Messiah 96 says, JC just came out and attacked Daniel Wallace. Wow, that looks like it hurt. It hurt my show. Super Disciple Tube. Give me more shows like this, WCW. Tonight was so good. Thank you. Concert Show 75 says, Vicky McLeod versus Cinnamon Garrett was awesome. Their wrestling classes fit each other so well. Glad somebody liked it. Mean Manager 86 says, oh man, when Eve Torres walked out into the ring, I got so excited. She looks good to you, too. The Rainmaker Cash Suplex says, Xanadu gone. Kombucha gone. I'm still standing here as the king of WCW. I'm guessing he did not square away with Adrian Buck, though. That's how you would say that phrase. Undefeated Fiend 96. I had to stand up and give my TV a standing ovation. Awesome match with Drew Gulak. Argus the Great put in such a good effort, though. Big props. Thank you for watching. King Disciple in the Ring says, Becky and Dominatrix had a rivalry going, and now nothing lately. What's going on, WCW? I want to see where it goes. Becky couldn't be here tonight. Chill. And Director Music Limited says, Donna proving herself the best of the bunch in that fight. Thank you for watching. 126, so they tied us. 160,000 fans. Lost $53,000. Raw needs to find some more consistency, says Top Rope Outlaw 82. 122 rating score. That's lower than ours. 147, maybe because we had Eve Torres. Lost $7,000. NXT has done an excellent job so far, hoping they can keep it up all the way through to WrestleMania. Oh, and we got a second trophy. Cool. And I'm guessing the other shows also got their revenue trophy because just sort of the pace of things. We're over 2 million fans. We are just shy. Well, Raw is actually catching up to us in fans. So, whoops. But we'll get there. We'll get there. So that's going to do it for this. This ended up being a much longer recording session than I had originally planned. But I'm going to do the emails and the shakeups, and then go either to bed or to play Disgaea. We'll see. Thank you very much for watching. I've been Bread Fiesta, and I hope your day is going exactly the way that you want it to.